Oh, quick garage update. What's going on? You see the workbench has been populated a little bit. We got a couple very, very important items on there, but of course those are from yesterday. And I have my Linksys wireless B music system up there just because I haven't gotten the rest of the garage over here cleaned out. And once I do that, then I could actually put a proper PC in here and that, and then I might put another one here, I don't know, instead of a laptop. And the fan, which I had mentioned, you can see it just doesn't have any guards on it, and it's all rusty and crap. This lived out in the backyard for a long time, and the grates on it just disintegrated. The plastic on it got brittle and just disintegrated. So I said, well, it's a good garage fan. It still runs. I hadn't turned it on in like 2 years. You can see the strobe effect on the hub in the center. That's dirt from just sitting there. I don't even care because it's a garage fan. There happen to be two little slits in the back of it, and I don't think I can get a video of it. Not really. I can't even tell where they are. But I just put a couple drywall screws up into this thing, and that points right over toward the bench, and that's good. But we have a very simple repair to do. Oh, one last thing. So I had the fan, and it's nice. It's kind of nice having it warm a bit in the garage, because in the house it's freezing because of the AC, so I beg my pardon. But just talking, and I don't know, a lot of you guys in the comments said, yeah, put AC in the garage, and I had the wife watch the video, and she says, yeah, that would be cool. So I got the green light to put an AC in there. Friggin' rights, man. I don't think it's happening this year, but probably next year we'll do it just because I can. You know, I mean, whether or not I'll use it or not is another story. But anyway, enough rambling. We do have a repair to do over here. The laptop is just here. You can watch YouTube on it. This a coworker gave me. Just loaded with XP, like a brand new load. Nothing special here. It just works. It's wireless. It's plugged in, and that's it. It's just here. But the flag, this is the one I got slimed in. We got a little problem because you can see it broke off. Now, how did it break off? No, I didn't break it. I didn't want this to happen, but it did. And how it happened was we just had it in the ground in the backyard, just stuck in there. And we had a windy day yesterday, and that blew the pool floats out from the pool, which hit the top of the stick and sheared it off right at the ground there. So I'm just going to glue it back using some wood glue over here. So let's go ahead and put that together, and I'll show you a couple other things. Not the greatest joint I've ever seen, but, and again, I don't know what the hell I'm doing with this stuff, so it's just there. I'll re-glue it later on. I know it's dirty, but what are you going to do? So I'll just put a little dabber of that on there, and we'll just leave it. I know you should clamp it, and I actually have clamps. I'm just too lazy to get them, but whatever. And over here are the bottle rockets I found. You can see this one on the right does not have a fuse, but that ain't gonna stop me, because I'm Jay. And I guess I have gained a following of not doing things in any sort of conventional manner. So it's going to be time for a bike ride, but I have one last thing to show you here. Anybody recognize these? Yep. Well, like I said, the ants walked off with the one I had. Very first use, it just vanished. Looked for it, couldn't find it in the lawn. Lawnmower must have eaten it at this point, so it's well gone. So I had to go to Depot to get some stuff, and just happened to inspect the quality of the ones they had on the shelf, and I found that all of these were loose too, so I figured I'd save some people a heartache. And now I have new ones that can go on. In fact, if you notice, they're actually different sizes because it depends on how they're dipped, I guess. So we'll go install that. There she be. And just so you know, this has been out. This is the new one that I got, right? Look at the rust. Look at that rust, man. It's used like once. Back to brand new. Perfect. That works. Now I just know to be careful with it. I'm going to put the other two in a very safe spot, so in case this does walk off again. I thought about putting a little hot glue in there, but I think crazy glue would be the best option, if anything. So I'll have to look around, see if my crazy glue is still good or not, and if not, I'll have to get more. Get some birdage in there. He's a sweet one. I can't see him, but I hear him certainly. I saw him hopping around before. But I gotta chop all this crap down. I think that'll be tomorrow's project. Because this is just getting out of hand. I don't like it hanging over like this, so. Just run the hedge trimmer all across the fence, including all this crap. The real tall ones, that's gonna be his problem. I'll go flying fuck about that, because I ain't getting a ladder for that one, but I might have to get a ladder out for that, otherwise it'll look kind of lopsided. So I'll probably do that, and then whatever. It might piss him off if I trim the tall ones, but I don't like that bastard looking at me. I don't like him looking at me, you know, either way. So good, fine. Keep it tall. I just missed the startup, sorry. Oh, that was the other thing. I wanted to glue these down. There you go. Yeah. I wanted to glue these down, and I had tried gluing them down, and it didn't work. So the stuff I got to use for it, which I have, is what I use to fix the little rubber things on a laptop screen. It's called adhesive transfer tape. That will work perfect for it because it's so thin, it sticks, it'll stay, and we'll see about the longevity and the weather anyways. But anyway, that's there. The reason I came back over here is I just wanted to show you we got 3 Judy blooms now. Yeah, read through the lines on that one. So 3 Judy blooms we got. And a sad end to a pool toy. See all that crap there? That was on the little whammo board, boogie board, whatever you want to call it. So it was all torn in that, so I just ripped it off, and now it's just a piece of styrofoam. And it works fine like that, it's just fugly, but I found a new one in the store today, made in China. Had a beautiful print of like fishies on it and stuff. It was like perfect for the pool kind and all that. But I didn't get it because they wanted $16 for a fucking piece of styrofoam. I couldn't spend the money. You know, I don't have a problem with throwing away 20 bucks on shit. Like the other day, my brother-in-law was over for the one time a year he actually comes over and we had the blue floaty around. I think he's down over here. That's the bastard, by the way, that I think broke the flag, because sometimes the wind will take that and it's heavy enough and has enough mass that it just hit the flag, which was somewhere over here. And that did it. But the goal is if you can get the ball to land in the middle, which is not easy because of its center thing there. If you get the ball to land on there and stay, it's 20 bucks. So anyway, he tried and he almost got it a couple times. So, but whatever, you know, I mean, if I place the bet, you know, I'm willing to pay up. That's not a problem. So I clearly can just buy a new one of those, but I can't see spending the money. I wouldn't mind. I'd love to do it, but the sun is going to fade it. And that's the problem, and that's why that ball over there, you can see in the corner, the blue and the yellow, well, that grayish patch used to be red. So anything red is going to fade. Pool's like 94 and change. Lastly, I have this cable here, which is just a cable, but it's got this thing on it, and that just runs around to the other end, which looks the same. So that'll make an okay lock for the bike. I have just a padlock for that, so that's good. But I gotta get rid of this thing because it doesn't need to be on there. I think it used to mount up to some equipment or something, and I don't know how you'd even screw it down. So I'm gonna have to zip that off at the angle grinder. So that's gonna be pretty nice to do. Some pretty thick stuff there, so it'll take a while to cut through. I'll just put these back here until I find a suitable spot for them. And one actually has a little tang in the center, which I guess is just flashing. So anyways, I think it's time to get the bikes out because we're gonna go for a ride. I got these bungee cords, and I do have a lock on here, also not a high quality one, but it's here and it'll work, so whatever. That one's got a key, the other one's a combination type. And over here is a dehumidifier. This is just making a quick cameo. It hasn't run in years. I don't have the proper bucket for it. But this is a genuine Martin Industries Sahara 20 from the 80s. This has had a redneck repair or two done to it, and I'm going to be covering that. I don't know if I'm going to have the video or Sharky 626 is going to have the video. We'll record it here with my camera. I think I'm going to do it, but if he wants to do it, or maybe bring his camera and have a second video, I don't know. Whatever we're going to do, we'll figure it out. But I'm waiting for him to come over before I fire it up. It hasn't run in definitely 5 years, if not more. It did work then, and that's all I know about it. So that'll be upcoming pretty soon. I also had a little problem with my generator kind, the little guy. I haven't fired the big one in a while, and it's probably high time I pull it out and do that. But this one, couple pulls, it starts right up, it runs fine. 5 minutes later it starts sputtering and then just dies and won't restart. But it'll run for 5 minutes. I don't know why. It seems to be fuel related. Possibly a shitty spark plug like everybody said, but that remains to be seen. I'll look into it one day. I don't need it right now. I keep all the fuel drained and all that. Maybe the fuel is not that good for it. I don't know. Maybe it was kind of stale when I put it in, so maybe it's really bad now. Who knows? I think I mentioned about the TV, but this one is just here temporarily located. Just because it's small, it's here, it's got line in on it, and I don't have a box here. Although it would take absolutely nothing just to hook that up. I could just drop it down and turn it on. But I did want to mount that old school 19-inch I have to that wooden plank there, wooden piece, whatever you call it, on a wall bracket, which I have, which I showed you is up here in the corner there. So I did want to do that, but that's really old in that. And this is kind of nice because I just have the cable for the camera. You know, it's just the composite here. It's not, I don't care. You know, I don't give a flying fuck about all this, you know, HDMI and high def and 1080 elemental P. I could give a fuck, really. It's all the same. And the reason why is, of course, you know, TV programs. The only good programs that were on TV were on years ago. There's very few good shows that are on now. Yeah, those are in high def, but they're not worth watching. So I don't care how good they look if they're not worth watching, you know? I need a mount for the camera for the bike because I watched the part 1 of the hiking with Jay, day 1 of it, whatever you want to call it. And a lot of that video is unusable, but I put it up anyway just because I can, and a lot of you are just going to skip through it, and I don't know, I haven't decided because I haven't uploaded it yet, but I can, and I do, put the camera under the bungee strap here, and this is an old broken one that's been tied, but it works, so whatever. So I just put that on my bike, but I put the camera under that and strap it down, and it don't go anywhere. So that's good, but you don't want to see where you've been, you want to see where you're going. And I don't have a shorty enough bungee strap at this point to do that with. And of course, all you saying, oh, get a GoPro, Jay. Okay, listen, you could send me a message and tell me, oh, I have one for you. I'll give you that kind because I love your videos, and then I'll use it. I ain't going and buying one. This camera's fine for now. And again, with the 1080 Elemental P, I could record in that. It can do it, but there's no sense in it because a lot of people don't even watch the YouTube TV in high def. But anyway, it's another hot one today, so we're gonna go on our little bike ride down to the lake in that. And I don't know, it's pretty hot. I might go in the lake again. I like that kind. It's always planes. Always planes. Oh, the one last thing I was gonna say was, with the bungee straps on the bike, the Whiff has one on hers too. Today I'm gonna head down there and gonna be like that guy. Like in the last video I had at the end. That guy was beyond awesome. And I'm going to go down there like a hobo with a brown paper bag and a couple of brewskis in there, and we'll see what happens with that guy. That'll be kind of awesome. So, I don't know if I'm going to get any footage of that. I will bring the camera just in case. We're not really going exploring or hiking or anything today, but anyways, that'll be it for this video. So, that being the case, why don't you go ahead and click like. Why don't you go ahead and click subscribe. I love that kind. Take care for now.